How's it going, YouTube? In this video we have the Rasenmon deck profile. I put up a match or a couple matches with it and people want to see the deck, so here it is. I hope you guys enjoy. Also, while I'm here and we're not doing commentary, I just want to say that I'm really happy with the direction that my channel is going. We have some great feedback. I'm doing daily uploads, but I want to know, how are you guys feeling about the matches? What do you guys like? Give me your thoughts on what you guys would like to see more in the future. I'm trying to get a variety of matches. We have top tier decks, but also some fun decks. I recently played a bunch of Gacha Green and we have some matches coming up for that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. Alright, so here we have the deck profile for Rasenmon. Keep in mind, Rasenmon is not going to be tier 1, but it's also not as bad as you think it is, so definitely do check it out. For the babies, we play one Digimon because I like playing 5X, and then we play the pretty standard, I would say, 4 Upa. Upamon, just a fantastic egg, you can't go wrong with it. Digimon does come up every once in a while, but I don't play so heavily into the being at 3 security, so he's just really a 5th baby, and I like playing with 5. For the rookies, we have 2 Rasenmon. Now, if you're going to play this deck, you got to get the alt arts. It's just super cute. But we have quite a bit of Digiburst, not just in Rasenmon, but in other Digimon. And, it's good. You want to recycle your rookies, get it back to hand, have plays. My rookies, we play a variety of rookies. So it's kind of like toolboxy. We want to have a little bit of everything. We play 2 of the Patamons. Our deck gets quite low in security. We want to be low. And then you want to be able to have recovery. So we have Platamon to get that, on play heal. And then we have Salamon to get the on deletion recovery. So again, just like utility in the rookies, different ideas, different, effects we want to be able to get off. We have 2 Starmons. Our deck has quite a bit of DP reduction. So again, the idea is that, we have different rookies and hopefully you get the right one for the right situation. But if you want to, like max out on like Starmons and not play Patamon or something like that, by all means, mess with it and see what you like. I just play a little bit of everything. We have 1 Pulsemon. Honestly, Pulsemon is okay. I wasn't like super satisfied with it. You could play the other Pulsemon line if you want, but I don't worry too much about that. The only rookie that I do play 4 of is Bushiagumon, because, Bushiagumon is too good, right? He's Master of the Blade for a reason. Rush is just way too good. You gotta run it. So those are the rookies. I believe we have 13. For the champions, we have Pitomon as a 4-off. So Pitomon is good because he's a blocker, although that's not the most relevant in this format, but it still does come up. And our deck does get low in security, so having blockers is good. On top of that, he's the 1-cost cheap evolution, and we definitely want to turbo into our level 6s. You can Digimon into Rasenmon relatively cheap, so being able to get there quickly is important. Pitomon is a 4-off for sure. I have 4 of the EX1 Leomon. If you guys have not ever seen this guy, if he gets checked in security, as long as he's not the first check, he's going to recover you 1, which is really powerful. It's something that people don't expect, they don't play around, and originally it tests it in Mastermon, and the more I play with it, the more I like it. Now obviously, if you get it in hand, it's not that good, but it's also not that bad. It's just a generic champion, like we don't need to get strong and heritable, so I'm like, we have room for this. Leomon is good, we're yellow, we can recover, so there's a high chance that he ends up in security anyway. And it's one of the defenses that the deck has, right? So don't sleep on the Leomon. Now we have 2 8mon because our level 6s are pretty expensive when the game starts. You're going to pay 5 to Digivolve into Rasenmon, which you don't really want to do. So early game, you can just go into an 8mon, be 8k, and just start swinging. 8mon is fantastic. I definitely like him. If you don't like the Leomon and you want to play more 8mons, by all means, go for it. And then I do play 2 Casimons because we have Tamers, and hybrids are just too strong. Even if you're not a hybrid deck, you definitely want to take advantage of the hybrid effects. So, Casimon is too good. If you want to run 1, run 1, but, 2 is pretty solid. For the level 5s, if you watch my Mastermon deck profile, this is my exact same level 5 lineup, which is pretty funny. So it's 3 Angelomon. I absolutely love this card. Great when Digivolve in effect, but really just insane in heritable, right? Being able to play those rookies from hand, which is why we have, again, a variety of rookies. So you can hopefully get the right one for the right situation. Angelomon, very, very solid. We play Wargrowlmon at 3, so you can Digiburst and then do -4. One of the weaknesses of Rasenmon is that you cannot target different Digimon with his effect, but Wargrowlmon is a way that we can sort of play around that. As you can, for example, if your opponent has a whiteboard, you can Wargrowl Digiburst to answer 1 Digimon, then Digivolve him into Rasenmon, and then target a separate Digimon with Rasenmon's effect, right? sometimes you don't have the Rasenmon and you're going to go into Kasuchimon, and you still want to be able to have Digiburst, get the Rasenmon back, answer something pretty good. And then we have 2 Rise Greymons. Again, just another great Digiburst. Being able to play Tamers for free is fantastic, and we obviously do play Yellow Tamers. Then on top of that, he also has a good inheritable, which just goes well with the rest of the deck. We're doing a lot of DP reduction effects, so having that extra 2k does matter. For example, if you have Rasenmon over Rise Grey, you could swing at something, give it minus 2k, and then Digiburst, give it another minus 3 to answer it, right? So pretty solid stuff. I would not change the level 5 lineup. I really, really, really like that lineup. Now for the 6s, we have 4 Rasenmon. This is a Rasenmon deck. So if you don't know, Rasenmon, his digivolution cost is the same as your security. So if you have 5, he costs 5. If you have 1, he costs 1. So late game, you can go into relatively cheap, or if you've, lowered your security, he's cheaper, which is good. Now, the downside is that he can only target, like I said, 1 Digimon. He's not like Shine Greymon. You can't just fully clear the board. But that said, though, if you fully Digivolve from the Rasen, you essentially get minus 12k, which is enough to clear an opposing level 6. Or you could do like, minus 6k one turn, minus 6k the other. You can definitely do some work. He will get better once we get the Chaos or Fear mode, whatever it's called. But for now, he's fun. He's a cool Digimon. And I definitely wanted to try and make it work. My supporting level 6 is Kasuchimon. It just makes so much sense with the deck. You want to get low in security to get Rasenmon for free. Then once you're low in security, you don't want to die, so you Kasuchimon, so you heal back up. Great card. Definitely try it out if you have not. I play 1 level 7 in a Chaos Baldur Arm. Rasenmon is great, but again, after you Digiburst, he's just a beater. So it's great to have something else we could do on top of the Rasenmon after that has happened. I wouldn't run it at more than 1, and I don't think we have any other yellow level 7s right now. So Chaos Baldur Arm is a 1-of, pretty solid. For the Tamers, we play 2 TK and 1 TK and Kari. Once you have 1 TK, I'd rather see TK and Kari. TK and Kari, has the extra effect to give minus DP, which again works well with the strategy of the deck, and we want to be on low in security anyway. And then TK's TK, right? Memory Fixer can help you fix your hand. Just a great card overall. Plus, we can play them for free off of Rise Greymon. For the options, we play 2 Wyverns, one of those cards that you want in security, but it's nice to have in hand as well. Minus DP is just way too strong, and I definitely like removal, so I do play Wyverns. We play 2 Blinding Ray because Blinding Ray lets us extend our plays, and in this deck it works like double as good because Rasenmon is cheaper if you have less security, right? So you can, for example, Blinding Ray, lose the security, gain 2 memory. You're essentially making Rasenmon cheaper, and you get more memory to be able to Digivolve into it, right? On top of that, you can always just Blind and Bushi for game and all sorts of things. Bad in security, but pretty good otherwise. Then we play 2 Acid Injections. Acid Injection works kind of like Blinding Ray, where you trash your top security, then one of your opponent gets minus 5k. So, minus 5k for 1 memory is pretty good. It's like very efficient, and again, we want to sometimes be able to trash our own security. On security just goes to hand, which is not the greatest, and the minus 5k when combined with the other DP reduction of the deck, such as the Rise Greymon, War Growlmon, Rasenmon himself, it definitely adds up to be able to clear Digimon. And my last option is just a 1-of Yellow Memory Boost. I'm a fan of the card. It's got pancakes on it. It's just like a generically good card, and sometimes the extra memory can help out. Anyway, that is the Rasenmon deck profile. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have not tried out Rasenmon, take it for a spin. It might surprise you. But at the same time, do not go into this expecting this to be a tier 1 deck. But it's definitely fun, playable, and great for locals, I would say. Anyway, thanks for watching.